Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to Breath of Fire 4. And today, I have a battle plan. So, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to zoom on over to Warrant. I've got kind of a list going on here, by the way, of a couple of things that I want to do before we continue on with the story. So, first thing I want to do is I want to come and I want to visit Una. I want to grab the skill from her that I so rightfully can grab now. I think I should be able to grab it. Yes, I should be able to grab it. Anyway, she teaches super combo. You can actually get super combo a lot earlier than I grabbed it. I just, well, you know, didn't really put a lot of effort into, you know, getting it. No. So anyway, we've learned all of Una's abilities. She actually does teach one more ability after super combo, but it's Blitz, and we've already learned Blitz from a monster. And you can't learn it twice, so we have cleaned out Una as a master. One of the things that I much prefer on this game versus Breath of Fire 3 is the different ways you get skills. Like, you know, in Breath of Fire 3, you just have to gain levels. In this game, you got to do tasks. And I think that's neat. That's a much better way, I find, to handle it than just go gain X number of levels. Let's see. So, next thing on my agenda is I'm going to go up to Shide. We want to go to Shide and hop onto the Sandflyer. And we want to go to Shik. Now, if you look straight ahead of where I'm pointing, you'll see that little area in the middle that is kind of cut off. Well, that's where we're going. And to get there, we need to actually get a running start, I think. A nice running start. And hit the sand dune. I want to go to that oasis right there. Flying into the oasis, we will find our first dragon. Well, I guess technically our second dragon, but, you know, this one, the first one was a gimme, so Saryong is my first true dragon. Well, yeah. Now, in addition to the rather dubious usefulness, debatable usefulness, breath attacks and things that the dragons give you, there is actually another hidden benefit to gathering all of the dragons. And this benefit is something they don't really tell you. But I guess they kind of do hint at it, because the reason you're going after these dragons is to increase Ryu's power. And I guess the big thing that we've noticed so far that he's lacking is control of the power. He has the power, he just has no control over that power. So, that's what gathering all of the dragons does. It gives Ryu control over his power. What does that mean? Well, if you gather all of the dragons, let's see, go there, you can actually control Kaiser. Just like Breath of Fire 3, Kaiser is actually berserked in its natural state. You have to do something special to get it. Now, this guy's actually kind of hidden. You see, oh. But if you turn the camera, you can find him. He's probably the easiest one to find because he just straight up tells you where he is. He's like, I'm where we met last time. Now, after you grab both of these dragons, it actually opens up a new master. And we're going to go and talk to her and get that open and grab the skill from her. Because I do believe that I qualify for the first skill she teaches. Now, both the dragons we just got are pretty much just basic, what's the best way to describe it? Just basic breath attacks. Basic summon spells, kind of like the dragon breath attacks that we've been using as Fulu. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this, I think. The basic form of Ryu's dragon now has access to its breath attack, so that's pretty nice. It definitely increases the usefulness of the base dragon form and extends it just a little bit longer. So anyway, we're going to go grab the next dragon before we head on over to grab the master. This is the grass dragon. To get the grass dragon, you do have to come back to these plains one last time. This is the last time I will be here, I promise. But, just like the last 2 times we were here, 3 times? 3 times. Yeah. Just like the last 3 times we were here, gotta run to the rock. And you'll know what you're looking for once you get to the rock. It's pretty straightforward and easy to see. So let's just go ahead and do that. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so, let's keep going. Here's our bird friend that will actually lead us to Tarn. We're not going to Tarn this time. What we're looking for is actually not that direction. What we're looking for is if you come to this middle rock and turn right, that. Is a glowing bird, and you want to run in that direction. And once you get all the way there, it will actually lead you to the grass dragon. So, yes. Fairly straightforward. The only irritating thing about this is, of course, random battles, just like always. I can't really get it. There we go. Just follow the bird. If it gets too far away, I don't think it actually ever disappears from your view. Which is nice because it is way ahead of me. Let's see, what am I going to do next? I guess next I will go and grab the master. And not the Doctor Who villain. I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who lately. I've been rewatching all of the new series. Up to the beginning of David Tennant. I kind of skipped over most of the Ninth Doctor era, and I watched a couple of my. I have a few favorite episodes from there for that series, and I watched those, and then I kind of skipped the rest. Anyway, there is the Grass Dragon. Skipped around. I skipped around on the 10th Doctor too. Chorion, from the boundless plains I watch over this world. I knoweth the cycle of the seasons, the rhythm of the earth, and I can counteth every drop of rain as it falleth. Yes, I do. The Grass Dragon actually has, in my opinion, the most useful of the dragon's abilities. Hers is actually a healing spell. Granted, it's a one-time use healing spell, but when you use it, it will pretty much restore your HP to full. So, it's kind of a, and I don't remember if it actually works in the dragon forms. I want to say it does. And if that is the case, it's one of the few things in the game that can heal a dragon form. So, let's see. Now, I need to go to check. The master we are looking for is none other than the Abbess. After you have spoken with the Sand and Mud Dragons, I actually went a little bit of an extra mile there and went ahead and spoke with the Grass Dragon as well, but all you really need to do is speak with the Mud and Sand. I'm not 100% sure if it's just those two particular dragons you have to speak with, or if it's more of a you need X number of dragons to become her apprentice. Sure. Wreck is actually a very, very useful. What are they called? Wills? Yeah, it's very, very useful will. What Wreck does is it increases the chance you have to learn abilities. So, I am going to switch Nina over to Abbess. Now, I actually do not like Abbess for anybody but Nina. Now, you might be thinking, well, why not put her on Urshan? Well, I prefer Rolf because it only cuts into her attack power a little bit. And while the boost is not nearly as big, it is a boost. And, yeah. There's a method to my madness, even if I can't explain it well. And I do believe I have seen 70 types of monsters. I guess not. I know I'm close because I've actually, this is the second time I recorded this one. The first time I actually discarded it because I fell asleep while I was recording. I got to the next city and I literally fell asleep. And when I woke up, I woke up like 20 minutes later, something like that. So yeah. It could have been bad. I could have actually filled my hard drive up if I had slept longer than that. But I fell asleep, and then I decided to scrap it because I was really tired. And I said, I'll scrap this and do it some other day. That was like a week ago. But when I did it the first time... Let's see. Let's go ahead and push this. When I did it the first time, I did the checkpoint, and then I went to do all of the stuff I just did for, and I had enough monsters to learn the first skill. So I'm thinking I'm pretty close. No, that's no good. Well, first thing we want to do